Going? My name is Evan, and in this video, it's the fifth on a five-part series about vegan businesses and investing. And in this video, we're going to be covering vegan personal care products and what to know before investing. And if you're brand new to the channel, once again, my name is Evan. I love the odd word slip up every here and there. And if you like my word slip ups or you got some value from this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and also leave me a like on the video, as well as like a nice comment or whatever saying that you don't mind the word slip ups or whatever. But hey, let's get right into this video and the reason why you're here. And it's for personal care products and what you need to know before investing into vegan personal care products. And veganism is growing as a trend in the business community. And if this is the fifth video that you've seen in this five-part series, you're probably well aware of that. I love using the Google Trends analytics on veganism, and it's only skyrocketed since 2015. And a trend, not Google Trends, but a trend, if something is really trendy for a little while, only lasts between 6 months to 18 months. And veganism has been very hot since the end of 2015, early 2016. And I've been vegan since September 1st of 2015, and I've just seen veganism just grow exponentially since that time. So 2016, 2017, and 2018, and it's going to continue to grow. And the best way to help out with this movement and while making a few extra dollars is investing into this community. So if you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing a free ebook. It's only free through this link on vegan investing. So 5 different types of vegan businesses to invest in and actually get some profitability from, as well as I'll be sharing my partnership website with Vegan Launch. And Vegan Launch is a vegan financial services, and they go out there and find all these awesome startups and companies for you to invest in. So you can check out those links in the description as well as in the comment section. Oops, gave it away. But if this is the 5th video that you've seen in the series, you're well aware of that. I post everything in the description and the comment section down below. But let's get into personal care products and 3 things that you need to know before investing into vegan personal care products. So increasing demand for ethical cosmetics. So just recently in Canada, there was a government policy just set in that we've banned animal testing on cosmetics, which is absolutely amazing. Canada kind of is the testing ground for a lot of new policies and decisions compared to the United States, and Canada is kind of considered that 51st state a little bit, even though we don't really like it, but it's kind of true. Just looking at a lot of policies, so a lot of things are tested out in Canada first to see if it's viable in the United States, and this is a great pathway for people to invest and people to start looking for companies that are more plant-based and are cruelty-free as well. How you know a company is cruelty-free is that on the back of a bottle of lotion or cosmetic or makeup, there is a little bunny on the bottom of the actual product, the physical product. You can also look online to see if the company is cruelty-free as well. And there's different steps for that little bunny as well. There's different like labels and stuff like that. That sometimes it's cruelty-free, or it's made in a cruelty-free factory, or it's 100% cruelty-free. Just be aware of that. But there is an increasing demand for ethical cosmetics that doesn't need to be tested on animals first, and it's a very terrible industry on like shampoo and hair products where they test all this stuff out on these like poor animals that are just bred to be used by the cosmetic industry and personal care industry. And I'm so happy that Canada has taken the steps to kind of ban all that. And now that is great for investors and great for vegan investors and people that aren't even vegan, where now a lot more companies are going to be starting to make a lot more ethical cosmetics, as well as a lot of startups will be purchased by the big guys that are in the personal care products and the big names, because the big names, they like to just piggyback off of a lot of people. They buy up a lot of firms. You can look at the tech industry for that example. Facebook, Amazon, they buy up all these small little startups. And it's a big payday at the end of the day. And if you're the first people to start investing into these companies and you believe in their values and believe in their mission and their numbers are right, that's the number one thing. Their numbers have to be right in order to invest in them. But there is an increasing demand for ethical cosmetics, and that's why if you compare veganism to vegetarianism online, vegetarianism is just food. It's just a food lifestyle, and it's not even like cruelty free, like they still eat eggs and dairy, which aren't a vegetable. So kind of weird how that's called vegetarianism. But veganism is more of a lifestyle, and that's why veganism has surpassed vegetarianism, I think in like 2011 or 2012 on Google Trends, which I love using analytics. I love the numbers. So yeah, so there is an increasing demand for ethical cosmetics inside of this industry, so which causes a lot more investment opportunities as well. Government regulation, which is what I just said. So the government of Canada has brought in a ban on animal testing for cosmetics and personal care products. Excellent, good job, Canadian government, for that. And they've also have taken steps to ban microplastics as well. So ethical products go ahead and a lot of toothpaste and a lot of different lotions and makeup removers and all that sort of stuff, facial washes. They use these microplastics that are in there that get into the waterways, and a lot of governments are starting to ban these little microplastics because they're not good for the environment. So they end up in waterways and they end up in the food that a lot of people eat. So a lot of people still eat fish. I'm a realist. I still know that people eat fish. I don't eat fish or any sort of like seafood or anything like that. But this gets into the waterways, which these animals they live in and they breed in and all this sort of fun stuff, and then they end up consuming a lot of these microplastics, which then end up into our food system. So we actually end up consuming this stuff at the end of the day, which is very disgusting, very gross, and there's a ton of government regulation going into this. But a lot of people, the only reason why this started to kind of grow as a movement is that it became a lot more viable through consumer decisions. So I believe more in consumer decisions than government regulation, but it's great to see government taking a stand against a lot of these sort of products, because a lot of people, they just don't know and they don't have the time to go in and look at all this sort of stuff. People are busy. They don't have time to look for the little bunny on the bottom. They don't have time to look and see if there's microplastics in the back of their bottles or anything like that. Some vegans are going to hate me for saying that. But it's just the reality of the fact that a lot of people just don't have time to do their proper research. People are busy. They have busy lives. They have kids. They have taxes to pay. They have bills to pay and stuff. So the increasing amount of government regulation that's coming into it is causing an opportunity for more ethically sourced personal care products and more cruelty-free personal care products. So it's a great investment opportunity for a lot of people to get into at the moment. And lastly, vegan influencers for beauty products. Excuse me, beauty. Oh man, I'm so awkward. So vegan investment opportunities in beauty products for vegan influencers. So a lot of beautiful people on Instagram, a lot of beautiful people on YouTube. Hopefully you think that I'm one of them, but I definitely do need a haircut. Do you think I need a haircut? Let me know in the comments if you think I need a haircut or anything like that. So vegan influencers for beauty products and influencer marketing has really skyrocketed with the growth of social media into all of our lives. We can't really escape it anymore, and a lot of companies are realizing this, and they're partnering up with vegan influencers to promote beauty products. And I find that vegans are a lot better looking than the rest of the population. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you can just look at people that used to consume dairy and the amount of zits that they had on their face to after getting rid of dairy products. It's pretty amazing because there is pus in dairy. There is a set amount of pus that is allowed in dairy, and where do you think that pus is going to go once you consume it? Acne is going to come up. So you can look into that yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Never take my word. Never take anyone's word for anything. Always do your proper due diligence and research everything. But vegan influencers, especially in the beauty products, influencers are becoming more knowledgeable and more aware of the products that they're promoting to their audiences, and they want to only promote things that they would use themselves or that they would recommend for their followers to do. And a lot of vegan influencers, or even influencers in general, are starting to not just accept any sort of person that throws money their way. There's a lot more ethical barriers going into that because they don't want to lose their audiences. A couple of years ago when I was in the e-com space, a lot of drop shippers and a lot of people that were ordering things off of AliExpress were making little posts and stuff like that for influencers because they were just giving them money. And influencers were like, well, I'll just take the money without actually like thinking about what their audience will think of this type of content that's going out there. And a lot of the time, I think last year in the e-com space, in a lot of communities that I was in, a lot of influencers started to get a lot of backlash and lost a lot of followers and lost a lot of engagement because they were promoting a lot of products or services that just weren't ethical or just weren't great companies, weren't great brands. It was mostly just someone on their computer at home, a young kid or whatever that's just drop shipping while still in high school, and they're ordering things off of AliExpress. And during Chinese New Year, for example, sometimes things can take up to 8 weeks in order for things to get delivered to consumers, and so that causes a lot of resentment with followers of certain influencers. So influencers are doing more of their due diligence. I love that word, but I can barely pronounce it because I'm awkward as hell. Uh, but yeah, vegan influencers are for beauty products. It is growing, and influencer marketing is growing. And a lot of these influencers, they only want to promote things that they feel good about, and there's not much that they won't feel good about. And cruelty-free products and cosmetics and wellness and personal care products, et cetera, go into that. So that's why. So those are some of the things you need to know about investing into personal care products and what to know before doing it. And if you stuck with me all the way to the end of this video, like I mentioned in the beginning, I'll be posting a link to five different vegan business investment opportunities. It's a free ebook. You can check it out down in the comment section and in the description down below. I'll also be posting a link to Vegan Launch, who I have a partnership with, and they're a vegan investing firm. So it takes a lot of time for people to look for startups or look for different companies to invest in. That takes a lot more time, and Vegan Launch makes it incredibly simple, where they do all the looking for you, and they let you know on which investment opportunities are going to be profitable in the future, that are vegan businesses, plant-based businesses, and cruelty-free businesses as well. So it's a great way to learn a bit more about vegan investing, and that's probably the best way in order to grow the movement, because it makes it much more accessible to the greater amount of population, to the greater population around as well. The more money that gets involved into these businesses, because it's not just about buying stuff at a grocery store. It's not just about buying pleather leather jackets. It's also investing in these like little startups who will end up becoming a lot more popular and profitable, where they might end up getting purchased by these big chains, just like in the tech industry as well. So I'll put a link to that down in the description and in the comment section down below as well. And if you really enjoy this content and you thought about, like, you kind of like me, you're kind of on the fence about me, you can learn a lot more about me by hitting the subscribe button, and also leave me a thumbs up, and you can comment down below what kind of products that you're using. So let me know what kind of products that you're using in the personal care products, and what companies you're spending your money with now, because they're focusing more on cruelty free, they're more environmentally conscious, and all that sort of jazz. What kind of vegan businesses are you investing into personal care products industry? So I would love to learn more about that. Also want to learn more just for my own sake, because everything is online now, so shipments are happening across the world, and I would love to learn more about vegan brands that I can personally either invest in or purchase their products in. So depending on what country you're in, I would love to hear what kind of products that you're using as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is part 5 in a 5-part series on vegan businesses and investing. This one covers personal care products and what you need to know before investing. And you can pick up that free ebook. Links down in the comment section and the description down below. And once again, my name is Evan. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.